Hi guys, welcome back to Farm Day Adventures. This week we're going to be talking about potatoes. My name is Paige and this is Dylan, and we are both extension agents with NC Cooperative Extension. In the coming weeks we're talking about crops that are grown in North Carolina. We encourage you to check out last week where we talked about corn, and corn might surprise you at where all it's found in your household. So this week we're going to be first kind of dividing it into two parts. So in the first part, we're going to talk about fun facts associated with potatoes in North Carolina, and then we're going to learn how to grow your own. And then in the second part, we're going to use that potato to do a fun little experiment using photosynthesis. So the learning objectives this week are to talk about potato production in North Carolina and then investigate how potatoes follow light, and then we will be growing our own. So all you'll need for that is a scrap potato, some potting soil, a small container, shoebox, and some cardboard pieces. Again, I'm Paige and this is Dylan.
All right, well, potatoes are one of my favorite crops to talk about and also one of my favorite ones to eat as well. And if you didn't know, potatoes are vegetables, so they're high in vitamin C and potassium, they're low in fats and low in cholesterol, and they're also considered a complex carbohydrate, so they give your body fuel for the day. In North Carolina, we grow several types of potatoes, some being yellow flesh, round white, red skinned, and Irish potatoes. We also grow sweet potatoes, but we'll save that for another video later on. So the potatoes that are grown in North Carolina, 75% are used for potato chip production, and then the other 25% are sold fresh to local retail. In North Carolina, the majority of the potatoes that are grown in the coastal region. So our area is perfect for potato production. We have great soils and great temperatures, so we grow a lot of potatoes in this area. So potatoes are grown starting in March. So farmers take, if you look at this potato here, you can see little sprouts starting, and you may call these eyes, but farmers, they take these parts and cut up, and they're called seed pieces, and that's what is planted in March. It takes about 100 days for potatoes to grow, and then they're harvested in June and July. So if you didn't know, potatoes grow beneath the ground, the actual potatoes that do, and then above ground are the leaves and stalks. But so to harvest the potatoes, they have to use special equipment called diggers, where they dig the potatoes out of the ground and move it into trucks. And like I said earlier, the potatoes that are sold in North Carolina are all fresh. So in the grocery stores, if you see potatoes, they're likely North Carolina grown potatoes. So I'll go ahead and pass it back to you, Paige.
So when we're talking about potatoes, and I want just to use this one as an example, but if you have one in your kitchen, feel free to grab it. So you can grow your own potato. They actually make beautiful plants. Like Dylan was saying, the potato is underground, but above ground is leafy foliage. So what you will do is look for the eyes. That's the little pieces of green, little sprouts that you can see coming from your potato. When a sprout appears, that means that you can plant it. So you will cut this into all of the different portions of eyes, and then you will plant it either outside if you'd like, but make sure you separate them because potatoes do grow quite large. And then you cover it with 2 inches of soil until the sprout starts to form. And I have an example of one that I have planted a couple of weeks ago. And so this is one of the eyes. As you can see, it's sprouted into a stalk and is forming leaves here at the top. And it's even, these eyes are even putting out small roots here. So if you can grow one yourself, we can do a fun experiment in the next part of this series where we use that actual small plant and we see how potatoes follow light. So we hope you enjoyed this part A of the potato edition, and we will see you next time.